Hey guys, it's Miki ASMR here, and today I'm going to be reading a Kuro Tetsuro X listener. This one is, you're like a sleepy listener, but I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter. So this one is titled A Long Day, and yeah, without further ado, let's get right on into the video. You sighed and flopped backwards onto your bed. You watched as several of your homework papers fell onto the floor, but you didn't care. You were exhausted. For the entire day, you had been practicing jumping and blocking with your boyfriend, Kuro Tetsuro. Sure, you had fun, and you enjoyed spending your day with him, but your knees felt like they were going to break into a million pieces. After your legs had begun to feel like overcooked noodles, Kuro had carried you on his back to your house, where the two of you had been studying for the following test you had on Monday. Your family was on a business trip, so you were able to spend some time alone with Kuro without any interruptions. So when he had placed you onto his back, you protested, as you thought that he couldn't handle carrying you all the way home, since you lived 2 kilometers away from the training gym. He had insisted, telling you that it was really no issue at all. You had finally caved, and then, just like that, you were home, and Kuro immediately said, "Told you I could do it." You had both taken a break to eat lunch, and then got back to work. You tested each other on practice questions and notes, and every one you got wrong, Kuro would tease you insensitively, which motivated you to work even harder and remember your answers. You both had been studying until about 1 p.m., and it was now 7 p.m. Orange sunlight filtered through the slightly open window, and an early autumn breeze sent a chill up your spine. You turned to look at the window as you stared at the trees lining the sidewalk. Cherry blossom petals fell in the breeze, and the sight made your heart feel all warm and fuzzy. You would love this time of year, since the cherry blossoms fell on the branches so often. It was like a blizzard of pink petals. You looked away from the window and laid on your back, and Kuro was sprawled across the bed and looked at you. He smiled shyly and then mischievously said, "Tired already?" You scoffed, obviously annoyed, and gently poked his face. He laughed and said, "What? Am I really that bad?" You laughed too and said sarcastically, "Oh no, you're the worst, and that's exactly why I'm dating you." Kuro chuckled and dramatically put his hand on his forehead as he fell backwards onto the pillows. He said in fake sadness, "Ow, how you hurt my heart." You laughed loudly and sat up. You placed both of your hands beside Kuro's head and kissed him, and then pulled away. Kuro was wearing that shit-eating grin that pissed you off and made you flustered at the same time. Kuro said, "Oh, a surprise kiss, huh? Well, 2 can play that game." Kuro sat up slightly and rested himself on his elbows and kissed you, and you grunted in surprise. You tried to pull away, but Kuro sat up fully and held your face in his hands, and you couldn't pull away. Your eyes eventually fluttered shut, and you leaned into the kiss. You felt your arms wrap around his neck, and Kuro moved his hands to rest on the sides of your hips. You stayed intertwined for a few more blissful moments until the two of you pulled away. You could feel that you were blushing, and Kuro laughed as he poked your cheek and said, "Oh ho ho, someone's embarrassed." You scoffed again and tried to move out from his arms, but Kuro pulled you back in with his arms around your waist. You squealed in surprise, and Kuro pulled you onto his lap. You squirmed as he tried to escape his embrace, but Kuro was much, much stronger than you. You were still trying to get out when he gently kissed your neck, and you froze as your muscles tensed. Whenever Kuro kissed you, anywhere, you felt your heart skip a beat and your brain stop working. Luckily, Kuro felt the same way whenever he touched you. You were one of his only weaknesses, and he felt like he had been jolted with electricity whenever he got to kiss you, in a good way, of course. You relaxed as he rested his head on the crook of your neck, and you smiled and rested your head on top of his. You rubbed a thumb gently across one of his arms, and then leaned back into him. You yawned, and Kuro moved backwards, so he was lying against the pillows. You laid on top of him, and his arms wrapped tighter around your waist. Between the soft breeze cooling from your window and Kuro's soft touch, you felt your eyelids growing heavier. You slowly closed your eyes, and then felt your muscles begin to, and you let your sore muscles begin to fully relax. You gently intertwined your fingers with Kuro's, and you felt yourself drift off. After a couple of minutes, Kuro opened his mouth to say something, but he quickly cut himself off when he noticed your even breathing. He craned his neck to look at you and quietly asked, "Hey, are you sleeping already?" He chilled off as he saw that you were sleeping peacefully, and his eyes widened as his face flushed. Kuro thought you looked adorable, and he continued to stare at you, his heartbeat quickening and his face continuing to burn. Kuro forced himself to look away so that he wouldn't combust, and he felt you move. He had thought that you had woken up, but you had just turned your head to the side. He had felt you hold on to his arm tighter, and he smiled, kissing your neck again, and then he rested his head on your pillow, or on your shoulder. He shifted his gaze from you to the window, and he watched the two birds on the tree of the cherry blossom branch, until the sweet scent of the cool breeze lulled him into a sleep too. About 2 hours later, you woke up as you felt a freezing wind sting your skin, and you jumped. You felt something squirm beneath you, and you looked to your side in a sleepy confusion, only to see that Kuro was sleeping beneath you. His arms were wrapped loosely around your waist, and you stared at his calm expressions and could only feel your cheeks heating up. But before you could get distracted, another cold wind hit you and goosebumps covered your arms and legs. You quickly unwrapped yourself from Kuro's arms and got out of bed. You placed a blanket on top of him to protect him from the cold, and then ran over quickly to the window and closed it. You struggled to close it as another gust of cold wind pushed itself against the window, but you eventually got it shut. You were breathing heavily, and then you sighed, leaning against the windowsill. You turned to look out of the window and stared at the night sky. White stars freckled the night sky, and you could hear the distance of birds chirping throughout the window. The moonlight lit up the cherry blossom trees, and it made them look like light pink petals, and it made it look like they were glowing. You smiled and continued to look at the pretty scenery until you were knocked out of your trance. You felt a large hand against your shoulder, and you shrieked in horror. You turned around quickly, only to see Kuro's hazel eyes shining like gold in the moonlight. You put your hand over your heart as you sighed. Seriously, Tatsu, you scared me. Kuro rubbed the back of his neck and said with a smirk, "Sorry, I didn't mean to. I just wanted to see what you were looking at." You just turned around to look back at the window and responded simply, "Nothing, just the sky." You walked away from the window, but Kuro took your place as he leaned his hand against the windowsill. He couldn't tell why you hadn't heard him coming from behind you when you were looking at the view. The way the stars... I messed it up. He could tell why you hadn't heard it. He could tell why you hadn't heard him walking up behind you when you were looking at the view. The way the stars sparkled and the way the trees blew softly in the slow breeze really was a hypnotizing scene. After a few more moments, Kuro turned to look at you and to see you were grabbing some pajamas from your drawer. He turned around completely and crossed his arms and leaned against the wall. He said, "You've got a nice view from your window. I can see why you like it so much." You glanced at him for a moment, and your gaze lingered on Kuro. He was so tall that he was almost completely blocking the moonlight coming from your window, but his eyes still looked golden. Apparently, you stared at him for too long because Kuro furrowed his eyebrows and asked, "Is something wrong? Why are you looking at me like that?" You immediately averted your gaze back to your clothes and said quickly, "Nothing." Kuro moved towards you and you tried to ignore him, but he stood right beside you. You looked up at him and he looked down at you. He bent down slowly and said, You sure do look a lot at nothing." You nervously gulped and looked up at him. Geez, why did he have to be so tall? It only helped to intimidate you, which didn't calm down your rapidly quickening heartbeat. His deep voice made your heart flutter, and when he whispered it, it had a growl that made your heart turn into a puddle. You looked away as you felt your face flush and grabbed your clothes and walked out as you said defensively, "It's nothing, tall ass." You were almost out of your bedroom when you felt Kuro grab your arm gently, and he pulled you so that you were against the wall. He placed his left hand next to your head, resulting in him pinning you. You shrank back against the wall as Kuro leaned closer and said slyly, "Tall ass, huh? Someone's feisty." You rolled your eyes and said, Kabedon, really? In my own home? Kuro laughed and said, I'd never pass up a chance to Kabedon you. Do you even know me? You just laughed as you pushed Kuro away, and he gasped in mock surprise. You tried to leave your bedroom and get changed again, but Kuro wrapped his arms around your waist and picked you up. He shrieked as he carried you to your bed, and then you pounded against his arms to let you go. He dropped you against the bed and pinned you down again. Before you could say anything else, he kissed you. Your protests were muffled as your lips met his, and you eventually caved. After he pulled away, you crossed your arms, and Kuro laughed as he teased you. You don't have to be so upset, sweetheart. Just some revenge for you pushing me away earlier before I could kiss you. You laughed, and Kuro rolled off from on top of you, and you were free at last. You went to go change again, but as soon as you tried, your legs buckled and you fell against the bed. As soon as you hit the bed, you started laughing and clutched your stomach as you tried to breathe. Kuro crawled next to you, and he asked, Are you alright? Your legs just gave out. You continued to laugh as you tried to breathe. You giggled. They just felt like jelly. You cut yourself off as you continued to laugh, and Kuro just started to laugh at how funny the situation was. After a few minutes of loud, hysterical laughter, the both of you finally caught your breath as you sighed. The two of you finally caught your breath and you sighed and wiped your tears from your eyes. You sighed again and tried to crawl to your pillows, but your legs still felt numb. You huffed in frustration, but Kuro pulled you by your waist to get you to the pillows. He pulled you into his arms and said, You know, your legs are going to be much worse tomorrow, right? You chuckled lightly and looked up at him as he smiled. Yeah, I know. But you'll be there to carry me around, right? Won't you, my dear boyfriend? Kuro laughed and said with a sly smile, Of course, I am the most perfect boyfriend, obviously. You laughed and flicked him on the forehead, and he kissed your hand lightly. You snuggled further into his embrace and he wrapped his arms around you tighter. You sighed as you felt your eyelids grow heavier and heavier, and you whispered, I'm so tired. You heard Kuro yawn, and he responded, Yeah, me too. We may have overdone it today. You smiled and rested your head on the crook of his neck and said, It's okay. I had fun with you, and that's all that matters. You yawned quickly and drifted off into unconsciousness, and Kuro felt his cheeks burn. He just smiled and felt his eyelids growing heavier too, and he fell asleep with his favorite person in his arms. Okay, hi Kuro, that was so cute, oh my god. That was adorable. Please, I have nothing else to say except for that was so fucking cute. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you subscribe and have the notification bell so you get notified every single time I post a video. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!